Hi, I'm Glenn at Wooldridge Boats, and I want to show you something new. Sam from Flowtech has come up with a linkage for the sport jet. In the past, the shift cable held the reverse gate in reverse, and so if somebody would throw it in reverse while they're running, the pressure on the cable is pushing right on the shifter. Typically, on a jet, there's linkage to stop that from happening. Sam has created some, and I'm going to show you how to install it. I've taken the top bolt out of the reverse nozzle here. I've loosened this bottom bolt already on the zinc. Also, one of the bolts holding on the nozzle. I've loosened the far side one. This bolt was a little longer because it held the zinc on, the anode. You're going to use that in the top because we need a little extra length with the thickness of the bracket. We also then supplied with Sam's kit is a longer bolt for the bottom. Your anode zinc, it goes through that and through the bottom bracket. It puts the zinc at a slight angle, but it really doesn't matter. So we tighten those guys up. We get them snugged up. Before I get them too tight, I've already pre-drilled this, but this is the brace that helps anchor all the pivot points. I've pre-drilled it. This is the old exhaust tube on the 175. And so for the 200, it doesn't use this exhaust tube anymore. And this is a brace here. I got to put the nut on the inside. Second bolt. My end wrench. We would tighten both of those down, which I haven't done yet. Then I come back and tighten this guy down. You tighten this guy down. When you pull this bolt out, you use it up here because it's longer. The one that comes out of here, you discard. Then, included in the kit is the bolt for here. On the new buckets, this is a Wooldridge reverse bucket. This will be drilled out to 3/8. If you have an existing one, you need to drill that out to 3/8. Get the right size socket here. Oops, that is the wrong size socket. There's a shoulder on this bolt, and I've got a regular nut inside here, and we're going to run it up and tighten it against the shoulder. Then I'm going to put the fiber nut on the outside, forward, reverse. Now the beauty is, when it's in reverse, the bucket can't push on the shift cable. It's got a lock out here, and it's a stiff leg, so it can't push on the shift cable. Because the linkage is further back, there's also a bracket. Excuse me. There's also a bracket Sam's made for the shift cable. So if the shift cable's in the boat, You have to undo the hose clamp to allow the cable to come forward. This screws on the shift cable, and then you slide it back in and you anchor it on this anchor point here, and then do your hose clamp here. So that makes it the proper length. And you've got the adjustment of screwing it on, and you've got the adjustment in the slots here. Okay, now we have all the basic stuff installed. So what you need to do is make sure that all moves smoothly. I took and afterwards just ran the bit through this bracket and this to make sure they're truly lined up. I anchored these before I tighten these tight so it's stationary. When you're done, you have to tighten this bolt up. But otherwise, it just needs to move smoothly like this. And it's locked in reverse, so I can't lift it up. I gotta push it some here to get it go forward, and we're good. And when we get it in the boat, we'll come back and show you again how this piece works. But tighten this up when you're done. Make sure this is smooth, that you're having no friction, and you're good to go. Thank you. Hi, I want to show you something else. Sam from Flowtech is known for making high quality shifters for jet boats. And now he's making one for the sport jet. This is the side mount. He also makes a binnacle mount. They both have the same high quality construction and components in them. They're just really fine pieces of workmanship, and you can see all the machine work inside. They're really nice, and if you have a chance, this is the type of shifter you want. Again, he makes side mount and binnacle mounts for the sport jet. One other thing, if you're going to use your stock shifter, he's changed it where the push is pull and the pull is push to give him some mechanical advantage. So on the stock shifters, you just switch the arm over, move the anchor bracket. They're all set up for that. You need to do that. But this is much more substantial. Some of the stock shifters actually have plastic gears. So you can see this is high quality. It's also made by Sam at Flowtech. Thanks. I'm back again. I ran this thing yesterday. It ran great. The linkage is marvelous. Just to show you a couple things, this is the anchor bracket for the cable. You can see how it is with the boot on it. To review a couple things, when you go to mount this, these are finger tight or just snugged up, and you clamp this bracket down here and make sure this drag link is lined up correctly with the bucket. And when you have that lined up correctly, then you drill these holes and commit it, tighten these up, and then this bolt needs to be here smoothly. If it goes through, it's all smooth, fine. You may have to run a bit through it just to hone it out. But when you're done, all this linkage needs to move smoothly. And if so, you're good to go. I'm going to show you the shifter up in the boat now. It came out really nice. Hi, we're up here looking at the shifter. This is the Flowtech shifter. As you see, it's a really nice piece. I showed you the other day. I ran this boat. The shifter sits really nice. It works great. If you have an option, this is a much nicer piece. I would highly recommend it. And thank you for your time.